Welcome to Vietnam. In this video, we are going to show you 25 best things to do in Da Nang, one of the most beautiful coastal cities in Southeast Asia. We arrived expecting beaches and good food, but the city gave us much more than that. Over the next few days, we crossed the Han River, watched the Dragon Bridge breathe fire, followed the roads around Tra Peninsula, spotted Red-Shanked Douc, one of the world's rarest and most magnificent monkeys, explored caves inside marble mountains, explored UNESCO-listed My Son Sanctuary, rode a cable car into the clouds and the Alpine Coaster at Ba Na Hills. This is not a random list. Every stop in this video comes from places we actually visited. So we will also share the details that mattered to us, where each place is, what it cost, how long the journey took, and what we would do differently next time. Let's get started.
Hello guys! If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for your support. Hello everyone! Welcome to Ba Na Hills. Now at the front gate of the Ba Na Hills, and look over there, that's the cable cars we're gonna take.
The cable car journey carries you above forested slopes and deep valleys. And on a clear day, the landscape keeps opening beneath the cabin. From Da Nang city center, it is located around 45 to 60 minutes.
Actually, the cable car is not just like one or two lanes, there are several lanes. So that's why I think it's not a long queue as well, because it's also weekdays. And as we go higher, actually, wow, look at that! That's the city and the ocean. You can see the whole city and ocean.
One of the resort's longest lines runs for about 5.8 kilometers. Although the route you take can involve transfers and a second cable car. The official general adult ticket was listed at 1 million dong when we checked, but promotions and food packages can change the final amount. Our package used a different rate, so check the current official options and make sure you understand exactly what is included before paying. The Golden Bridge is the image most people associate with Ba Na Hills, and it is easy to understand why. Golden Bridge is one of the attractions within Ba Na Hills. The walkway is nearly 150 meters long and sits around 1,414 meters above sea level. Two enormous stone-like hands appear to lift it above the gardens and mountains, creating a design that looks almost unreal from the right angle. The main challenge is the crowd. We mixed wider views with close details of the hands and a few quick couple shots instead of waiting for a completely empty bridge. Arriving early gives the best chance of open space. The changing cloud and fog can also make the scene look beautiful. From the bridge, we moved deeper into Ba Na Hills and reached the French village. From the cable car station, it's just a short 5 to 10 minute walk into the charming French village. The French village is a themed complex of stone facades, towers, squares, and narrow streets designed to feel like a European hill town. It is not an old French settlement. We also saw visitors walking around in rented costumes, which added to the theatrical feeling. The weather can move quickly here, so a clear view may turn into mist within minutes. Instead of fighting that, the fog can make the streets look even more dramatic on camera.
Look at the Gothic style of the architecture. This area is also quite big. I feel you do need a whole day to walk around here.
Have you visited Ba Na Hills before, or is it still on your bucket list? Tell us in the comments below. One activity we definitely needed to add is the Alpine Coaster. After walking through the mountain complex, this gave us a completely different kind of energy.
Hey Chelsea!
Hello! Can I take this?
Are you excited, Chelsea?
I'm a little bit scared.
Don't be.
The coaster runs through a twisting track at Ba Na Hills, and the official attraction information says the cars can reach speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour. The ride operates only when weather conditions allow, so it is worth checking on arrival. For the ride, we paid 70,000 dong per person, which is around 2.7 US dollars. Bana Hills is not only a mountain viewpoint. We also walked through its indoor entertainment area and a Jurassic-themed attraction. Fantasy Park and the Jurassic attraction are only around 3 to 5 minutes on foot from the French village. This part can be useful for families or during a rainy spell because much of it is indoors. The wider Fantasy Park concept takes inspiration from Jules Verne, although individual rides and themed zones vary, and some activities may require an additional ticket.
Hey, Chelsea, where are we now?
Hey guys, now we're at one of the most breathtaking nature wonder here in Da Nang. It's called Marble Mountains, and inside the mountains there are some nature caves made of marbles. And what is even more interesting is not only the nature caves, it's also they use the nature marbles and create Buddha statue. So it's a combination of Buddhist culture and the nature wonder. So let's go check it out.
Marble Mountains combine several things we enjoy in one stop: caves, viewpoints, religious spaces, and a climb that feels like part of the visit. The Marble Mountains are located about 20 minutes south of Lady Buddha, making an easy next stop.
Don't want to say that, but we are going to the hell. Wow, as you can see, there are some symbols of hell. You can see the human bones, some fierce animals eating the human body. So it all signifies this place. Guys, now we are at the hell cave. And this place is true. It feels a little bit depressed, you know. I don't even dare to speak loudly. Energy here. The vibes here is completely different. To be honest, if I'm here alone, I would be scared.
We explored rocky chambers with Buddha statues, moved through narrow passages, and eventually reached views toward the coastline. The main Tui Son ticket was listed at 40,000 dong, which is 1.5 US dollars. A glass elevator costs extra and helps with the first section. But it does not remove every staircase, so comfortable shoes still matter. Some cave areas use a separate ticket, and the stone can become slippery after rain. Allow at least 90 minutes, move slowly inside the darker chambers, and save enough energy for the upper viewpoints.
Hello guys, this is the top. Oh my god, it's so windy up here. And actually you have a tower, and then you can also see the ocean and the town.
The main reason many visitors come to Tra Peninsula is Linh Ung Pagoda and its Lady Buddha statue. From Da Nang International Airport, it's around 20 to 25 minutes to the iconic Lady Buddha on Tra Peninsula.
Hello, right now near the Lady Buddha. It's very beautiful. From here, you can see the whole coastline of Da Nang. Hey guys! Behind me is the famous Lady Buddha statue. Lady Buddha means Guan Yin in Chinese. That's the Buddha's goddess, symbolize compassion and mercy. We have a lot of legends and stories about Guan Yin, the Lady Buddha, in China as well. So this statue looks pretty familiar to me. I'm very surprised to see here. All statues actually faces towards the ocean. Here in Da Nang the same. It means protection for the ocean and its fishermen. And here today we're very lucky. We can see some monks and nuns. They are doing their rituals and, prayers to the Lady Buddha statue.
Standing around 67 meters high, the statue is visible from different parts of the coast, but the scale only becomes clear when you reach the grounds. From the upper area, we could look back across the sea toward Da Nang, with the city, beach, and mountains fitting into one wide view. We also filmed Thap Sa Loi from outside and walked through the temple area at a slower pace. This remains an active religious site, not only a viewpoint, so modest clothing and respectful behavior matter even when the camera is rolling.
Hello guys!
Please subscribe to our channel, leave a comment and give us a like.
Thank you! Thank you so much for your support!
After leaving the pagoda, Thomas suggested that we ride farther around Tra Peninsula to look for Red-Shanked Douc langurs. This famous monkey spotting area is only 10 to 15 minutes from Linh Ung Pagoda, but honestly, I did not believe we would find them. They are not ordinary monkeys. The species is endangered, and conservation organizations describe it as one of the world's most threatened primates. We did not chase them, of course. We simply rode slowly, watched the trees, and stopped only where it was safe. Near the end of our ride, on a road close to the Intercontinental Resort, Thomas suddenly spotted movement in the fruit trees beside us. And after searching for so long, seeing their red legs, pale faces, and long tails in the wild completely made our day. Watch quietly from a distance and use a zoom lens rather than moving closer. If Da Nang is on your travel list, subscribe so you won't miss the rest of our Vietnam adventures. The road beyond the pagoda became one of our favorite parts of Son Tra. Following the coastal road, you'll discover scenic viewpoints and hidden coves.
Hello guys! Now we're at the Son Tra viewpoint. Check this out. It's quite beautiful.
We stopped at a viewpoint, found a small cove with a banana boat, and later enjoyed the sunset over Da Nang from near Lady Buddha. Some slopes are steep, the surface can change after rain, and local access restrictions may apply to parts of the peninsula. We followed only the roads that were open and suitable. Before reaching the deeper part of the peninsula, we made a quick stop at Son Tra Marina. From Linh Ung Pagoda is around 15 minutes to the colorful Son Tra Marina. The white and blue design stands out against the bay and gives the place a Mediterranean look, while the terrace faces back toward Da Nang. We did not order a meal here, so this is not a food recommendation. We used it as a quick filming and viewpoint stop before continuing up the peninsula. One of Da Nang's biggest advantages is that a long sandy coastline sits only a short ride from the city center.
Hey guys!
We are now at Da Nang Beach. We just bought some snacks. Thanks, yes.
Coffee and juice. This is some mass-prepared food for our beach relaxation.
Amazing beach. This beach.
I will show you the beach.
It's packed with people, but it's very nice here.
Da Nang Beach.
We stayed until after sunset and used our masks to look beneath the water close to shore. The beach is perfect for swimming. The sand is really soft, so even kids can play safely. The beach is long and very popular. A local gentleman spoke with us about the area and recommended a seafood restaurant for dinner, which we later tried in this video.
What do you like about Da Nang?
I think Da Nang have a good environment and people is very friendly, you know, and service is very cheap. Da Nang have a nature, good nature, and people like nature.
Dragon Bridge is one of Da Nang's main landmarks, but our arrival night was far from normal. We reached the city on July 11th, the grand finale of the 2026 Da Nang International Fireworks Festival. Only 10 to 15 minutes from Da Nang International Airport, Dragon Bridge is one of the city's most famous landmarks. It crosses the Han River right between the city center and the beachside. The official finale featured more than 40 minutes of fireworks from the two finalist teams, while the full program and crowds kept the riverfront active for well over an hour. It was extremely busy, but people could still move along the bridge and surrounding streets. Outside the festival, the regular dragon show begins promptly at 9 p.m. every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as well as major holidays. The dragon breathes fire first for about 2 minutes, followed by roughly 3 minutes of water. Arriving 10 to 20 minutes before the regular show is normally enough, although the closest positions become crowded quickly. Right beside Dragon Bridge, Son Tra Night Market is an easy place to continue the evening without getting back on the scooter. From Dragon Bridge, it's just a 2 to 3 minute walk to the lively Son Tra Night Market. The market mixes seafood tanks, barbecue smoke, colorful sweets, clothes and souvenirs in one busy lane. We did not need a long explanation here because the sounds and movement already told the story. For seafood, ask for the price and wait before it is cooked. For everything else, follow the stalls that are preparing food continuously. A quick turnover usually means the ingredients have not been sitting for long. After seeing the Han River from the bridge, we wanted the opposite view, so we joined an evening cruise on Mai Xuan 02. This is on the opposite side of the river from the night market. The trip lasted 1 hour and passed several illuminated bridges, including Dragon Bridge. There was also a short dance performance on board, which gave the cruise more personality than a simple sightseeing loop. Tickets for standard cruises were around 150,000 dong per adult. Ticket prices varied considerably, but we found a local Vietnamese seller offering a much better rate than several tourist prices we had seen. If you are planning the same cruise, subscribe and leave a comment, and we can share the contact details. We also met some lovely and friendly local people on the cruise, and many of the locals we met in Da Nang could speak a little Chinese.
Welcome to Da Nang! Please subscribe to our channel! Yeah!
Just beside the Han River, close to Dragon Bridge, we stopped at one of Da Nang's most recognizable landmarks, the Dragon Carp statue. Standing 7.5 meters tall and weighing nearly 200 tons, it was carved from 5 blocks of white marble. It even sprays water into the river, which is why some visitors compare it to Singapore's Merlion. It's also a great photo stop, especially after sunset. Although Hoi An is outside central Da Nang, it is one of the most popular day trips in the region. UNESCO describes the ancient town as an exceptionally well-preserved trading port that developed between the 15th and 19th centuries. The narrow streets reflect a mix of Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese, and later European influences, which is why the architecture changes from one lane to the next. We enjoyed the smaller details as much as the famous views. Old shop houses, everyday life, continuing around the heritage buildings. After dark, Hoi An changes completely. Lanterns reflect across the Hoi River. Small boats move slowly beside the old town. And the night market fills the opposite bank with color and movement. We joined a lantern boat after dinner and had time to enjoy the river rather than treating it as only a photo stop. The area becomes crowded, so agree on the price and length of the ride before boarding, and protect your phone near the edge of the boat. We paid 100,000 Vietnamese dong per person, which is roughly $4 US.
Hello guys, here we now at Hoi An River. Night view. We are taking a boat to have a little cruise on the river. But you can see there are so many boats here. We are having a little bit of a traffic jam. And yeah, it's quite interesting. If you like our video, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for your support.
Back in central Da Nang, we visited the Museum of Cham sculpture. Back in the city, the Museum of Cham sculpture is only 10 to 15 minutes from Da Nang city center. Its collection gave us useful context for the temples we later saw at Mai San. Instead of looking at the carvings only as decorative objects, we could begin to recognize Hindu deities, temple fragments, and the artistic style of the Champa civilization. General admission was listed at 60,000 dong, which is around $2.3.
Hey everyone! Now we are sitting at the backyard of the Cham Sculpture Museum. You will see the sculptures and the culture, history, etc. And you will realize actually Vietnam is a very unique country with a lot of history as well.
Hey Chelsea.
Hello guys! Finally we are here. Behind me is the famous Nissan Sanctuary. I have to be honest, right? It's red bricks. And at the first sight, you wouldn't feel it's something splendid. You know, it's not like pyramid or something like that. But as you get closer, you do get the feeling of the history here. And you can also check out the details. Remember, this was first built back in the 4th century, right? And how to design it using the bricks. And this relics has been lasted for thousands of years. And look at the sculptures, statues embedded inside. Still, I am impressed by the imagination and by the history. Just when you're standing here, you feel it.
My Sun Sanctuary is located about 69 kilometers southwest from Da Nang. The UNESCO site contains the remains of Hindu tower temples built between the 4th and 13th centuries, when this valley served as an important religious and political center of the Champa kingdom. The fired brick towers, stone pillars, and sandstone carvings show how Cham builders adapted Indian Hindu ideas into their own architecture and symbolism. Many structures were damaged by war, but the surviving groups still reveal the scale and spiritual importance of the site. We also watched part of the traditional cultural performance. Our next Da Nang stop is Khon Market, a place that feels much closer to the city's everyday rhythm than a purpose-built attraction. Located just 5 to 10 minutes from Da Nang city center, Khon Market is one of the city's favorite local markets. The lanes are crowded with food, clothes, household goods, and souvenirs. We found woven rattan trays and baskets to take home for our family, which felt more personal than buying a generic magnet. The market can be overwhelming at first, so choose one section at a time and keep small cash ready. Prices for simple food often begin around 15 to 50,000 dong, while crafts vary by size and quality. Bargain politely where it is appropriate. But remember that a small difference may mean more to the vendor than to the traveler. Food is not only something to fit between attractions in Da Nang, it is part of the itinerary. We tried a family-run banh mi chao stall, a comforting bowl of beef pho and banh xeo, the crisp Vietnamese pancakes served with herbs and dipping sauce. For informal places, we usually look for a busy stall where food is being prepared continuously. Higher turnover often means the ingredients have spent less time sitting before they reach the plate. These stops were affordable, relaxed, and gave us some of the best local interactions of the trip. Da Nang's coastline also makes fresh seafood a must-try experience. After a local recommendation at the beach, we visited Phuoc Thai and selected lobster, crab, and shrimp, with the price calculated by weight. Before ordering seafood this way, confirm the price per kilogram, ask to see the weight, and check whether cooking charges are included. Seafood and Vietnamese cuisine are must-try experiences in Da Nang. The food was delicious and generally very affordable. Don't forget to subscribe, as in our next Da Nang food video, we'll show you the best places to eat in the city. Between the larger meals, some of our favorite stops were the simplest: a sweet and creamy bakshu coffee, fresh sugar cane and fruit drinks, and several coconut desserts and ice creams. These short stops were inexpensive and easy to add between attractions. After several days on the scooter, a massage felt less like a luxury and more like maintenance. From the Han River cruise, Cham Spa is around 10 minutes away, making it the perfect place to relax. At Cham Spa, we first completed a consultation form and marked the areas where we wanted the therapist to focus. That small step made the service feel more personalized, especially after long rides and a lot of walking. When we checked, the spa was rated around 4.8 on Google reviews. We were also given a small serving of fruit, tea, and yogurt after the treatment. Prices depend on the massage type and duration. So check the current menu and any promotion before booking, rather than relying on one old figure. Da Nang's nightlife gave us two very different settings. Kalakala changed the mood completely. We moved into a beach club setting with a pool, music, dancing, and even performing robots. It is around 10 minutes from Da Nang city center, right on Da Nang's beachfront. Entry was listed as free when we checked, although food, drinks, and special events are charged separately. For a higher view of the same riverfront, we ended one evening at Sky 36. Just 10 to 15 minutes from Han River, Sky 36 offers incredible views over Da Nang after dark. It gave us a different kind of night in Da Nang after markets and river cruises. Check the event, dress policy, and minimum spend rules before going because rooftop venues can change their arrangements from one night to another. Before we finish, here is our suggested personal top 5 from Da Nang. Number 5, Hoi An Ancient Town. Number 4, Lady Buddha. Number 3, Vietnamese Spa Experience. Number 2, My Sun Sanctuary. And number 1, Bana Hills, especially the cable car and Golden Bridge. The final ranking can always change depending on whether we want culture, nature, or nightlife. But Bana gave us the widest mix of scenery and completely different settings in a single day. Here's our full list of 25 things to do in Da Nang. What we liked most was the variety. We could spend one day beside the sea, another in mountain clouds, and an evening moving between markets, bridges, and riverboats without traveling far from the city. If you are planning a Da Nang itinerary, let us know in the comments which place you would put at the top of your list. We are also making separate videos about the food we tried here and our time in Hoi An. If you enjoyed traveling with us, please give the video a like and subscribe. We are still a growing channel, and every bit of support helps us continue the journey. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next part of Vietnam.